Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my updated favorite drugstore and affordable makeup products. I feel like it's been a little while since I've actually just sat down and just talked to you guys about all of my products, so like I have a lot of stuff here. I gathered all of my favorites and I try not to really include a lot of old favorites. Like if you guys have watched a lot of my other makeup tutorials and stuff, if I don't mention something in there, I still love those products. I just kind of wanted to talk about things that are a little bit newer and that I haven't really talked about to you guys a whole lot like in an actual video. So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be a long video, so you already know what to do. Feel free to leave me your favorites down below so that we can all help each other out and help discover some brand new products, because I'm always down to trying out some brand new affordable things. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It'll be the first link in the description box below, or it'll be that big red button. You can't miss it. It's right down here. It helps out a ton and it's totally free, so be a part of my crew, my YouTube family, because we have a lot of fun over here and that sounds so corny, so I'm gonna just stop that. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy the video, and let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna start off with are brow products. Now, I have a lot of favorite brow products, but this is like a new, recent discovery for me that I just can't stop using. I love it so much. It is the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil. If you guys have not tried this, I 100% recommend it. This is like the best brow pencil that I've tried in a really long time. I just love everything about it. It makes filling in my brows and just outlining them super easy. So if you guys watch me, you know that I've been doing kind of a different technique, I think, within the past like year or so with filling in my brows. I like to outline them first and then fill them in with a pomade. So I have so many different pomades that I love that I've talked about several times. The NYX one is really good. Salon Perfect. I really love just a ton of them at the drugstore. They're really great. But this is like a new addition to my brows because it just makes outlining them so easy. I love the fact that it has like that angled sort of like brow definer look. It's kind of just basically like the Anastasia one, except it's cheaper because it's Wet n Wild, but it's the same exact formula. I just love it because like the angle really gives you a lot of control when you're filling in your brows and outlining them. It's just amazing. And it also comes with a spoolie, which I love. And I've had it since January and this pencil is still going strong. It's crazy. I don't know how much product is in here, but it must be a lot. And for the price, I think you can't really beat it. So I have this one in the shade dark brown, and I also have another one in the shade medium brown. Honestly, they both work really well for me. All right, let's move into eyeshadow palettes. So the first ones I want to talk about are these Milani palettes. I absolutely love them. I did a whole dedicated video on Milani's brand new 2018 launches, and I love these palettes. So the first one that I have is the Milani Bold Obsessions palette. This one has a mixture of mattes and shimmers. These are so beautiful. They're so pigmented and creamy. And when I showed these Milani products, I did mention that I got them online because that's when they weren't in stores yet, and I paid $20 a piece for each palette. But if you go to Walmart, they're actually $15 or $16 a piece, which I think is a little bit more reasonable. And for the quality, the packaging, and the amount of shades that you get in here, I know that that can be a little bit intimidating, and a lot of people say you might as well just buy a high-end palette, but I think it's worth it because the quality is like a high-end palette, and so is the packaging and just everything about the shadows. They're just so beautiful. I love the color scheme. Of course, you have your warms and you have some cool tones in here as well, which is great. So I definitely am going to be doing more looks with these palettes. And then the other one that I have is the Most Loved Mattes, and this is obviously all beautiful creamy matte shades, your warm oranges and your browns, and you also have some purple in there, which is really great. So the palettes are just great. I love the fact that it comes with a mirror. They're just awesome. If you haven't gotten your hands on these, definitely check out your local Walmart, CVS, and I'm pretty sure even Ulta sells Milani now, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they do. And I love how Ulta has so many other drugstore products as well, because you guys know they have an amazing point system, so rack up them points, girl. I cannot talk about eyeshadows without talking about Wet n Wild. I have loved Wet n Wild shadows for years, and I feel like they just keep getting better and better. And I love these little palettes. They're like revamped, and you guys know I've been obsessed with the Comfort Zone palette for years, and I love the fact that now it comes with mattes in here because it just makes it super easy and convenient, and you don't have to dip and dab into a bunch of other palettes. So I love the Comfort Zone one. It is so beautiful, and the green shade is probably my all-time favorite in here because it's so wearable, it's so pretty, and I'm obsessed. So this is a really great palette. I mean, you guys know their formula is out of this world. And then I just did a video, again, my dupes video, featuring the Rose in the Air palette. This is in fact a dupe for the Anastasia Modern Renaissance. So if you don't want to spend $42 on a palette, this is a really great alternative, and I'm obsessed with the warm tones in here. I actually have a bunch of these palettes. I have the other ones in my makeup drawer somewhere, but these are definitely two of my faves just because you have your little pops of colors, but they're still really wearable. So I love these, highly recommend them. And just to show you guys a couple swatches like just on my finger. I feel like it doesn't even do the justice, honestly. That's why I feel like finger swatches can be a little deceiving, because I go by how they actually apply on the eyes, and they apply on the eyes so much better than when you swatch them, but you do get some awesome color payoff, as you can see, just awesome quality. Another palette, which is the one that I have on my eyes today, I wanted to give this a shout out because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this palette, and I don't know why. It is the BH Cosmetics and Carli Bybel palette. I have the first one and I have the deluxe one, which this is the deluxe one, and I just love the quality. It is so pigmented, so buttery, and you get so much for your money. This palette is $22.50 on Ulta's website, but I actually looked on BH Cosmetics and it's $16. Regardless, it's a really great price. I love the color selection in here. It's so neutral, so pretty, and the highlights in here are out of this world. And like I said, I'm wearing this palette today on my cheeks, on my eyes. I absolutely love the formula. It's just incredible. I really love the fact that so many different people could use these highlights and everything, because you have your bronzy shades, you have your really light shades, and it's beautiful. I mean, I just can't say enough good things about it. All right, let's talk about eyeliners. So I recently discovered this eyeliner and I'm obsessed with it. This is the Flower Beauty Style Eyes Liquid Liner. I have it on today. This is one of the best liners that I've tried in a really long time. I was using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner for forever, but I recently discovered this and I like it so much better just because I feel like it's easier to work with. I love the formula and I love the wand. It's just a really tiny little tip, but when you're actually doing your liner, it makes it so easy. And I feel like since I don't do my winged liner as much as I used to anymore, I kind of like lost my touch a little bit. Like, I don't do my winged liner the best anymore. I struggle with it, and I've been struggling with it like for a little while now, just because I don't do it on a daily anymore. So whenever I was using this, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so easy, and I could literally do it in less than like 2 minutes. Like, it's crazy. So love this. It's super black, and the formula of it is just really nice, and it just glides on the eyes, as you can see. It's a really nice black formula. So this one is in the shade Onyx, and I got that on Ulta's website, but they do have Flower Beauty at Walmart as well, so definitely check it out. All right, I wanted to talk about waterline liners because I get a lot of questions about them, and honestly, I really love these, but if you guys have any other suggestions for really awesome liners, like high-end or drugstore, leave them down below. I'm always down for trying out new ones. I feel like I don't love a lot of the ones that I've tried from the drugstore because a lot of them tend to like smudge on my contacts, or they just don't last a super long time. These last, I would say, a good few hours before having to touch up. They're not like a 12-hour liner, but they are really good from what I've tried at the drugstore. So the first one that I have is the NYX Slide On Glide On Stay On Waterproof Extreme Eyeliners. I love these. I have so many different colors, and I raved about these on my channel for years. These are awesome, and they have really beautiful colors. I have pretty much almost every single color that they do have. The one that I'm showing you right now is in Glitzy Gold. It's just a really beautiful like bronzy gold. I love this like for every single day. It really makes your eyes pop, and it adds like a really light little pop of color. I also do have black liners and stuff as well, and a brown. So like I said, I have pretty much all of them, but another black liner that I really like for the waterline or for tight lining is the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner, and this one's just in the shade Very Black. It's just a really creamy black eye kohl. I like the formula of it. I like the way it applies, and I just really like it. So again, LA Girl is sold now, I'm pretty sure at CVS, Walgreens, and Ulta, so check it out. Let's talk about mascaras. I am not a big mascara person. I feel like, I don't know, it's just not one of my favorite products, but I do really love these. The Wet n Wild Max Volume Plus, one of my old favorites. I know that I've talked about this before, but again, I'm not a huge mascara person, but this one works really well for my baby lashes. I like it for top and bottom, really great, and I think especially if you have long lashes, you're really gonna like it because the formula, it's not too goopy, it's not too dry, it's like the perfect in-between mascara. The wand is just very traditional, but it works really well. And then another mascara that I recently discovered that I love for my bottom lashes is the Maybelline Lash Discovery Mini Brush Mascara. This literally has the tiniest little brush, but it works so well for underneath their bottom lashes. It's just like amazing. I love it. One of the tricks that I talked about before that I like to do for my bottom lashes, I like to squint when I do my lower lash mascara, kind of just like literally like I'm smizing, if you guys have watched America's Next Top Model, but I like to like squint my eyes like this and then do my bottom lash mascara because I feel like it gives you longer lashes. Maybe it's just like my mind playing tricks with me, but I think it works. So love this one. It's a great mascara. I know I'm talking really fast. I'm trying not to like bore you guys talking about I love it, I love it, I love it, but I'm trying to like get through everything because I don't want to keep you guys here too long. I wanted to really quickly touch on eyelashes. I have a whole dedicated video on like my favorite eyelashes and I'll link it down below. I still use them, I still love them, but just to name a few brands, Salon Perfect is like one of my all-time favorite drugstore brands for lashes. 614s, 615s, they're beautiful. Love also the Allure line. They're absolutely amazing. You can find them at Walmart, Target, Ulta, and I really also love e.l.f. lashes. The ones in the black packaging are amazing. I personally don't like to spend a lot of money on lashes. I've bought in lashes from Sephora and I feel like I just like the drugstore ones better because they're more affordable. You can reuse them and they're just beautiful. I'm wearing the Allure Opulent lashes today and they are just amazing. So I pretty much stick to like the same lashes a lot because again, they just work and I know what I like and the drugstore has it for me. I guess we're moving into skin, which I'm so excited about. Alright, so let's start off with primers. The NYX No Filter Blurring Primer is one of my favorites, but really just smoothing out the skin. It makes your skin so soft and just like literally perfection. When you apply your foundation over top, it just glides on and it looks like literally just so smooth and porcelain on the skin. So this is just a really awesome primer. It doesn't mattify your skin or anything like that, but I do feel like it makes your makeup last longer and it also kind of just, like I said, just smooths everything out. So that's why I really like it. So if you have oily skin, I recommend incorporating this and just adding your favorite mattifying primer with it. If you have dry skin, I think it'll work really well because it's not really like a hydrating primer or anything. It's kind of just like a smoothing primer, so it's pretty universal. If you need a really good mattifying primer, the one that I've been using literally since last summer, like June, July, is the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot primer. I absolutely adore this. It's so good. A little bit goes a long way. This is like probably the closest thing that I found to be like the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector, which I love that primer, but it can be a little overwhelmingly dry. I don't really use it anymore because my skin isn't as oily as it used to be when I was in high school, but I like this one because it's kind of like less toned down than that one. The Soap & Glory one does not dry out your skin, which I really like because you get that matte look without it being like tight and dry and flaky. So this is a really great primer. Whenever I use this, I tend to focus it mainly in between my brows and a little bit right here like around my cheek area because that's where I get the most oily. I do have combination skin, so I love this one. Then, oh my gosh, I love this primer so much, you guys. You guys literally need to run and get this for spring and summer. It is incredible. This is the Wet n Wild PHOTOFOCUS Dewy Face Primer. I don't know what's in here. It's literally magic. I mean, the ingredients are on the back, so I do know what's in here, but this is magical. This is literally a dupe for the Becca Backlight and First Light Priming Filter. It gives you that beautiful glow to your skin, has no glitter in it, no shimmer, nothing. It literally just makes you look like glowy, like J-Lo, just beautiful. And if you have been on the fence maybe about getting a glowy primer, you're nervous about it, get this one because it doesn't make you look greasy or anything. So even if you have oily skin and you just maybe want to add this into like a mattifying foundation just to like make it a little bit less matte, it would be beautiful. You can wear it on its own or you can mix it and it's just a stunning primer. It's gonna be really hard to tell, but you can kind of see like my hand, it has like that just like luminosity. It's just so pretty. Okay, now moving into foundations. I have 3 to talk about and these have been like my absolute favorites. The first one is the Maybelline SUPERSTAY foundation. I absolutely love this whenever I want like a super full coverage look. I usually like to wear this foundation whenever I'm breaking out because I know it's going to give me that full coverage. It's a really nice matte finish, but this foundation compared to the one that I'm about to show you is a little bit on the heavier side. Like it's definitely one of those foundations where I don't want to say you can feel like you have a lot of makeup on because it's not cakey or anything, but if you apply too much, it can feel a little heavy on the skin, but I still love it because it's super long wearing and it's beautiful on the skin, like just so stunning. So the shade that I have is in 128 and 220. I like to mix the two just because I don't know, I feel like it just creates the perfect shade, but I could probably get away with just wearing 220 to be quite honest with you. I love everything about it. I love the packaging. I think Maybelline has some of the best drugstore foundations for sure. I love the matte and poreless, love the dewy and smooth. I love their BB cream. It's just, they have some good face products, so I love this foundation. This next foundation, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with it. I did a review on this a few weeks back. This is the LA Girl Pro Matte HD Foundation. You guys, this is beautiful. This definitely does have a matte finish though. It's not drying on the skin, but it is matte, and it's beautiful though. It literally is just like a soft powder finish. It looks like when you first apply it, like you already set your makeup, which is amazing, but I still set my makeup regardless if a foundation looks like that or not. But this one I have in the shade medium beige, 675. It matches me perfectly right now, and I love the way it looks, and it lasts so long. You can go a really long time with wearing this without having to touch up, and it's stunning. I mean, I just can't say enough good things about it. The packaging is super high-end with the frosted glass and the pump. It is just a really awesome foundation, and it's literally like $10. So you can find it at Ulta. That's where I got it. This one is a little bit more lightweight than the Maybelline one. Like, I would wear this one every single day, whereas the Maybelline one, I have worn it like on an everyday basis, but again, it's just a tad bit heavier. But the Maybelline one gives you a little bit more full coverage right off the bat, whereas this one is like a good medium to full coverage, so it's a little bit more buildable. Okay, I know it's confusing, but you get what I'm saying. So if you have combo skin, oily skin, you're going to love those two. Now, if you have combo skin or if you have more dry skin, you're going to love this foundation. This is the Burt's Bees Goodness Glows foundation. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This literally is just a really beautiful glowy foundation. It's not overwhelmingly glowy, but it does give you like that beautiful, healthy look to your skin. I really love it also because it has great coverage. Usually foundations that are really glowy, they can be like light to medium coverage, but this one literally is medium to full. It's super buildable, and it just makes your skin look so hydrated and plump. And I have this one in the shade Soft Honey, and I love it. Again, it comes with a pump, which I love, and the shade matches me perfectly. It has like a little bit of like that yellowy tone, which is perfect for my skin tone, so it's just a perfect foundation. I mean, I love it, and I think for spring and summer, it's really beautiful because it kind of reminds me of the IT Cosmetics CC cream in a way, because it gives you that full coverage, but it's so lightweight, but it's so glowy, and it's just stunning. Alright, let's talk about concealers. You guys know I love the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Concealer, but I've talked about that so much that I wanted to talk about two new ones that I love. So the first one is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. Although I do not think this is super full coverage right off the bat, I would say it's a really good medium coverage. When you build it up, it is full coverage, and I love it. I'm wearing it today. It's so creamy. It blends and melts into the skin instantly, and it's just like a really hydrating concealer. It's not drying underneath my eyes or anything. It just looks really, really good, and I feel like this with the LA Girl foundation, it just works together really well because both of them literally just melt into your skin beautifully, and like I just love the concealer. I mean, like I said, it's buildable coverage, and it's just beautiful for every single day. So this one is in the shade C7, and it matches me really well. If you're my skin tone and maybe you want something a little bit brighter, I would go with the shade C6. I actually also have used this as a darker shade like to cream contour, and it is stunning because the formula is so creamy. Another concealer that I just love is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. Again, this is not, in my opinion, as full coverage as like the Tarte Shape Tape or like my Ulta Beauty concealer, but it's pretty damn close. Is it really necessary to have both of those? Probably not. I think I love both of them the same, you guys. I don't know. They're just so creamy. I will say probably the Makeup Revolution one is probably like a smidge creamier than the Flower Beauty one, but they're both amazing. Alrighty, let's talk about powders. The first one is the Makeup Revolution Luxury Banana Powder. They have one in the shade Lace, which is a little bit more brightening, whereas the banana one is still brightening, but it's just a banana shade. But they're both absolutely amazing. The one thing I don't like about this powder is the packaging. It's not my favorite, but I still use it because I love the formula of it. It's just a really beautiful powder. It's super smooth underneath the eyes. This doesn't give any flashbacks, so if you're taking pictures, it's going to be awesome because I have tested it out and I love it. So this is just a really awesome banana powder, and I think a lot of different skin tones can use it because I have seen darker skin tones use this banana shade and it looks stunning. So I know I've talked about this before, but I just have to mention it again because it's pretty much the only drugstore powder that I honestly use on a daily and that I'll keep in my bag and that I'll touch up with throughout the day. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Press Powder, and this one is in the shade Warm Light. I love this for setting my makeup because it's the most lightweight powder ever, and it just sets your makeup beautifully. It looks like skin. So I really like this to set my face because it doesn't give me that powdery look, but when I go over top with like my blush and my bronzer and my highlight, it goes on really smooth because of this powder. Because if I don't set, my makeup is going to be blotchy, like my powder and like my bronzer and stuff like that. And some of you guys mentioned that you don't get any color payoff when you like dip your finger in here. What you have to do is just scrape off a little bit with like a bobby pin or just something, or like tweezers. Just scrape off the top a little tiny bit and you're going to get that powder. I don't know why. It's happened to me before too, but you just have to scrape off the top and then you'll be good. Alright, I also want to talk about some contouring palettes and bronzers because I love bronzer. It just adds so much light to your face. So the first one is the Makeup Revolution Contouring Kit. I love this palette. It is just so beautiful. I love the fact that you have like a really good mixture of cool tone and warm tone shades. I also really like the banana shade in here whenever I'm not using a loose powder to set underneath the eyes. It is really nice. Also for cleaning up the contour, it is amazing. So Makeup Revolution has just like stepped up their game so much recently. Like within the past like 2 years, I feel like they've just evolved so much and they have really great quality. So I talked about this also in my dupes video and I love this palette and I do use it constantly. I love it. I love the packaging as well. It's super sleek. Another contouring product that I love is the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt Face Sculpting Palette. Whew, that's a tongue twister. This is a really great little trio. It comes with the highlight, which I love. It's like a really peachy golden champagne. The highlight is really beautiful. It's smooth. I love the banana shade. NYX has really great under eye powders. They're really awesome, really brightening. They set the makeup beautifully and this powder is awesome because if you go in with a really light hand, it can be a super wearable bronzer for the skin. I've worn it before with my really light skin tone. I feel like if you're medium or if you're darker skin tone, you can get away with it because it is so dark, but it's versatile. So don't be scared to use it even though it is so dark. Just go in with a big fluffy brush, a really light hand, and you'll be good to go. So this is a really great little trio. I absolutely love it. Oh, another bronzer that I recently discovered that I love is the CATRICE Sun Glow Matte Bronzing Powder. If you're like me and you love a warm tone bronzy look, you're gonna love this. You can use it to bronze the skin or to contour just because it's warm, but it's not too warm or orange or terracotta on the skin, and it's also not muddy or red on the skin either. It's just the perfect bronzer, honestly, and CATRICE is so affordable. It's become another favorite drugstore brand of mine. Alright, for blush, I have just 3 favorites that I'm obsessed with. So the first one is the Burts blush and this one's in Bare Peach. You guys, I've been on the hunt for the other blush that they have. I think it's called Toasted Almond or Toasted, and it's sold out at every single Walmart that I go to because it's amazing. But this is a beautiful peach color. It looks just like nothing, honestly. I feel like blushes don't look like too exciting, but when you apply them, they're so pretty and they add just that little extra pop to your look. This is just the perfect peach. These last all day, like literally all day, and they're just so smooth on the cheeks and they're beautiful. When you actually touch them, they don't feel that soft, but when you go in with the brush, it is just stunning. Another blush that I love is the CATRICE Strobing Blush. This is a recent discovery of mine, but it is just out of this world amazing. And I have this one in the shade Mrs. Amber Brown. I'm actually wearing it today, and it's just the prettiest peachy bronze shade. They actually have 2 other colors as well if you don't like colors like this. They have a peachy one that's a little bit more like coral, and then another one that's a little bit more pink. But they're really pretty because it does have like little different colors in it, like stripes. So when you mix your brush in, you kind of get a little bit of both, and it gives you like literally a pretty sheen. That's why it's called a strobing blush, but I love it, and it just adds a little bit of extra like glam to your cheeks, so it's so pretty. Another matte blush is the Flower Beauty Flower Pot Powder Brush in the shade Peach Prim Rose. I love this one because it's literally an orange peach color, which are my favorite shades, but it's so wearable and it's so smooth. Another product that lasts literally all day. When I wore this, I was literally wearing this blush for like 12 hours and it was still on my cheeks. Like, it is just so pretty. So if you love another matte blush, this is like another great option, and I really love Flower Beauty, you guys. It's just such a great brand. Alright, for highlights, it's really no surprise. I have to talk about the Wet n Wild highlights. I feel like they're really the best at the drugstore. Well, yeah, they're definitely the best. They're my favorite brand for highlighters. I mean, I really like also Makeup Revolution as well, but I think Wet n Wild just takes the cake. And I love this palette. It's the highlighting palette. You get 4 highlight shades and it's like 15 bucks, but it's literally incredible. Now, to be quite honest with you, my favorites are the like more golden one and like the pinky shade in here. They're just so stunning. Mixing them or on their own, they just give you the prettiest iridescent to your cheeks. Haven't really played too much with the one on top here because it does have a little bit of glitter in it, which isn't like my absolute favorite, but it's still really pretty. I have used it, just I don't use it often. And then I haven't played with this blue shade, but I still feel like it could be wearable for like a specific look that you're going for. You can totally use it. So regardless if you don't use maybe 1 or 2 of the highlights, I do think the palette is worth it. And they also, if you don't want to get that palette, they do have single highlighters, and one of my favorites is Golden Flower Crown. I love this shade, and you guys know that their formula is really wet, really metallic, and really smooth. So if you like like that blinding glow, you will really love Wet n Wild highlighters. They also have these rainbow highlighters, which is like the color icon rainbow highlighters. These are beautiful as well, and this one in the shade Bronze Over the Rainbow is a really gorgeous bronzy shade for spring and summer. It just looks like this, so it has like different stripes in it and stuff, so it is just stunning. When you mix your brush into all of the shades, you get the perfect bronze color, kind of like a champagne pop sort of color, but a little bit more bronzy. Okay, honestly, I didn't realize how much Wet n Wild I had in this video, but let's talk about some setting sprays really quick. I have a lot of favorites. I did a whole video on my favorite setting sprays. Again, if you're interested, check the description box below. The Wet n Wild Matte Finish Setting Spray has been like one of my go-tos. I love it so much because I don't have to touch up my makeup literally like almost all day when I use this, and it's amazing. I'm not a huge fan of the spritzer. It does get stuck. I feel like once you get to the bottom of the setting spray, because I did go through one already, it gets a little stuck, but I don't even care because the formula is just amazing of the setting spray. Like, it really does work. And I used to be a person who didn't believe in setting spray, and then I'm like, wait, no. It works. If you don't use setting spray, you need to incorporate it into your beauty routine because it makes a huge difference.
We are almost done. We're gonna get into lip products now, and we're gonna be here for like another 20 minutes.
I'm gonna try to run through these pretty quickly. So my two favorite lip liners recently have been the Catrice Lip Foundation Pencil. It's just such a creamy formula. It doesn't break on me. It lasts all day, and it just gives me like the defined look that I want for my cheeks. I mean, who doesn't? Or for my lips. And this one's in the shade Take You to the Chocolate Shop. Love this. I use it like literally constantly. And then another one is the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Lip Liner, and I have this one in the shade Non-Stop Nude. I love retractable liners because they're so convenient, but a lot of the ones that I've tried tend to break on me literally constantly, but this one doesn't, and I love this shade. It's perfect for like pretty much any lip color. So both of these are great. You can get them at Ulta, and they are out of this world incredible. All right, I do want to mention some liquid lipsticks. My two recent favorite formulas have been, first of all, the PIXIE formula. You can get this brand at Target. These feel like nothing on your lips, and these are probably the closest thing that I have found to being similar to the Ofra Cosmetics liquid lipsticks, which those are like my favorite higher end liquid lipstick. They have a bunch of different nude shades, as you can see. They're just so pigmented. You don't need a lot of layers to get like that pigment, like literally 1 or 2 layers and you're good to go. My absolute favorite shade out of the bunch is Matte Beige. It literally is my perfect Your Lips But Better nude. It just is amazing, as you can see. So you can get PIXIE at Target. It is a little bit more, I don't want to say a higher end drugstore brand, but it kind of is, but it's still amazing, and I do think it's worth it. And also check out their setting sprays as well, because they have good setting sprays, but I've talked about them before. But these are great, and they have a ton of different nudes, so I feel like it's like a nude for pretty much everybody. You can find your nude shade in the bunch. e.l.f. liquid lipsticks. I got this color. I went back for more. They had no more. I was mad because I'm like, ugh, they really are amazing. So this one is in the shade Blushing Rose. It's actually what I'm wearing today. These are really long wearing. They're so comfortable on the lips, and I love the applicator. These have the same applicator as the PIXIE ones, and I love this like flat sort of doe foot applicator because when you're applying it on your lips, it makes it so easy to really define like your cupid's bow up here and to define your lips. I suck at lining my lips. You guys know that because a lot of you guys have pointed it out before. I don't know why. It's just one of those things that just never comes out perfect for me, but with applicators like this, it makes it a little bit easier. So the shade is perfect. The formula is perfect. The formulas of these, both of these honestly are very similar, to be honest. I feel like just the difference would be like the shade selection, but they're both really lightweight and comfortable, which I love in a liquid lipstick. All right, I had to talk about regular lipsticks. I love Flower Beauty. This is like the creamiest, most comfortable matte lipstick that I have tried in a long time. It lasts forever. It's so beautiful, and two of my favorite shades are Warm Sand, and this one is in number 25, and the other one is in number 20, and it's Naked Blush. It's a little bit more pinky. I like these because they're not straight up nude. They do have some color when you apply them. They're like peachy pinky colors. Typically, I'm not a huge fan of colors like that anymore, but these are super wearable. They don't make your teeth look yellow. That's one of the reasons why I don't like wearing a lot of pink, but they're just so beautiful. And then they're super easy to reapply, like when you are like on the go or something. I like to throw them in my bag because when you apply them, it's just like bam, you're good to go. It's super easy. It's just a great formula, and it is matte, but it's creamy on the lips at the same time. So love it, not drying, amazing. For lip glosses, I've been really loving these Ulta Beauty Shiny Sheer lip glosses. I like them because they're really pigmented, but at the same time, they give you that like clear, wet, sheer look, hence the name Shiny Sheer. I love them so much. My favorite shade has been Ballerina. It's been in my purse literally like ever since I got it, and I really like it because on its own or with lip liner or like a lip color over top, it's so pretty. Literally will make your lips look wet and just amazing. Again, there isn't a lot of pigment with them, but the way that they have like this iridescent to it, it gives you like that wet shiny look, which I'm obsessed with. So don't be scared of like the bright colors or like the browns or something, because they're super wearable and lightweight. So you can kind of see, I feel like the camera doesn't do them justice. They're literally metallic-y, wet. When you look at them, you will see like little tiny specks of glitter, but it's not chunky when you apply them. They're still super smooth. So obsessed with these, and Ulta always has like buy two get one free, so it's like always a really great deal. I had to throw this in here. A recent lip gloss that I have been just obsessed with is the Milani Keep It Plump Nourishing Lip Plumper. I'm really not a fan of lip plumpers because a lot of the ones that I've tried literally sting my lips, but this one is so amazing. I don't really know honestly if it really plumps your lips, but I want to believe that it does, because it does feel really minty and refreshing when you apply it on your lips, but it's not overwhelming. It's not going to sting or burn or anything. But I have this one in the shade 01 Champagne. It's just one of those baby pinks that goes with everything. It's not too pink, it's not too light, it's just creamy, it lasts a really long time, it's not sticky, and it's just a really great formula. I also really love how big this applicator is. I don't know why, I'm obsessed with it. So love this, and the color is really light, but again, it goes with like literally every nude color you can possibly think of. So love this gloss. It's so good. Alright guys, so that completes this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was helpful if you're looking for some brand new, amazing, affordable and drugstore makeup products. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in a few days in my next one. Bye!